Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum.
I got here one time.
Oh. Happy New Year, motherfuckers.
He said that. Let's get it.
So what's up? It's 2022. We're back live in the record room. We've been on a bit of a hiatus. Did a couple interviews, but we're back with the crew.
We back with the crew.
We got Dre, a.k.a. Booby.
A.K.A. Boob and this bitch. What's happening with you boys?
Chillin'. We got Big Pasta, Nino
Big
Fetti,
Pasta.
Chris. And we're about to get into it. There's a lot to talk about. It's one of those things where it's like we start talking. Like I should just have the mics on when we come in. Because we start talking and it's like, oh, all right.
And then we already on that shit, huh?
Yeah. So what? A bunch of new music's out.
The song with Kanye West threatening to beat up Pete Davidson.
What?
Thoughts?
The thoughts on that, huh?
There's a new song? You gotta
You
enlighten
guys didn't
me.
hear it? It's with the game.
Oh, that's what you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
It was like,
Give me the
he
lowdown.
was basically saying that God saved him from the car crash just so he could beat Pete Davidson's ass. Apparently.
Which is fucking stupid because
Yeah.
he went in with Kim Kardashian when he was
I
in the car
think
crash.
personally that Kanye might be a simp. This
Yeah.
is simp
Definitely a simp.
activity. This is like you are lowering yourself to a level that you don't need to be and making yourself look dumb. And like, I don't know, you're trying to intimidate the little white guy by getting the game on there because he's a quote unquote gangbanger and shit. Like, man, this is all lame to me. What do you guys
It's
think?
definitely lame to the motherfucker. And then the nigga done bought a house across the street from him for real. I thought that shit was a joke.
No, it's real.
He said, nigga, that's why you get rich. To do shit like this.
Oh, man.
Simp activity.
Yeah.
And I heard that PETA is suing them because, or trying to sue them because of the cover art of the album.
What, the sandwich spot?
No, the diss song toward Pete Davidson with the game and Kanye West. It's a cover art to the album, and it's got like a skinned monkey on it, and Pete is trying to say that they were wrong for putting that image out there.
Man, can Peter just shut the fuck up?
Yeah, Pete is always saying shit. They say more shit than Kanye say shit. It's kind of like a
Who the
say
fuck is
shit,
Peter?
man.
It's the organization for like animal rights.
Yeah, you know the people that come to the red carpet awards and throw
Never
fake
know that.
blood at the people wearing fur
You've never
coats.
seen a PETA demonstration? Like
Hell no.
They'll go to like meat factories or outside, like like
I
burger
already think
joints
y'all
or some
talking about a
shit.
goddamn sandwich spot.
It's mostly like really
PETA
like
way.
tilted vegans.
PETA.
It's like tilted vegans that are like activists against the production of meat and the consumption of meat.
Okay. I remember my girl told me, I guess Beyonce had on like some fur or some shit.
And PETA went
And
after
they
them.
was on her ass.
Yeah, they try
Yeah.
to throw like fake blood on them when they walking down the.
They're just like a really like
Which is
sour
really
faction.
like a aggressive way to say, hey, you should stop wearing fur coats.
Yeah, I don't know how many people they convert with that kind of behavior. I think a lot of people that are meat eaters probably just go, what the, these people are crazy. Because they
Yeah,
already think
yeah.
veganism is probably crazy.
A lot of that energy could be put into a much better place.
Totally. And it's like shock tactics almost. They'll like
Shock tactics.
They'll do like what Chris said. They'll like bring animal blood, or they'll like they'll dress up as animals and do weird demonstrations and shit.
Hey,
That's aside
lame
the point.
ass.
Yeah. But
Nigga dressed up as a fucking piece of broccoli on a bitch ass.
Yeah, man, I think it's just a whole thing.
Threw motherfucking salt on a bitch ass.
it's ineffective to me, and I
don't know what
tried
they're gonna do
veganism
to
and stuff.
Kanye
but
West though, because of the image on the album. It's just like a skinned monkey or some shit like that. It's weird looking, but it's like it could be fake or who
yeah,
cares?
it's probably
like,
computer generated. Like
yeah,
it's
I don't know. It's whatever, but
Wait a
they just
minute,
need
like
to
a
get
skinned
along.
monkey. What you mean?
I'll look it up. I'll show you the photo of it.
Yeah, it's like a monkey with no skin on it. It's like bloody.
So PETA's calling like animal cruelty or something, but really it's just they do anything they can to get in the limelight. And PETA's so like not relevant about this shit. Like fuck PETA.
Yeah, fuck all that bullshit.
Yeah.
Niggas go do what the fuck they want to do.
But the whole
Regardless.
Kanye like Pete Davidson thing just is so like on brand for how
Lame.
weird the world has gotten.
It
and it's so
has, bro.
lame. Like what?
And I don't think it's not that the world weird. I think that a lot of people is waking up to the world. Like
I think
people not allowing a lot of bullshit no more. I see.
I think things got strange,
which is good.
Like somewhere in the last 5 years, we entered some weird alternate timeline, and the world got really weird.
Somebody found an old tweet from Amber Rose when they first broke up.
I seen that with Kim Kardashian.
And it said, "Good luck with the Kardashian family. Can't wait till they embarrass you."
Ooh,
and it was like a tweet that aged like fine wine.
Ooh, damn. Kanye's embarrassing himself though, for real. Like Kim has been nothing but
begging to have her back on stage. On stage with Drake, and
it's weird. I saw him. That's
like, weird right there. That's definitely weird shit. Weird activity right there.
And then when he bought the house next door, I saw some people like, oh, well, maybe he wants to be closer to his kids. Like, no, it's simp behavior.
He just want to see.
He wants to watch
going
Pete
over there, and it's not even gonna be just Pete. It's gonna be
whoever.
Everybody.
Well, it doesn't matter because
Kanye.
Yeah, they're not together, so she can have whoever the fuck she wants over.
Yeah, he a loser, man. He shouldn't have fucking picked that type of. He knew what the fuck he got himself into.
Yeah, and for someone that's as successful as he is, it's a bad look. It's like simp behavior, like you said.
Been looking bad, but you know.
And the whole Pete Davidson thing, man. Like, can we just talk about him for a second? How the fuck is this guy getting Ariana Grande?
What is he doing?
Miley Cyrus.
What is he
drove
doing?
to him. Kim Kardashian. Like, what is this dude? Like, to me, he's just like a goofy, sometimes funny guy with shitty tattoos. Who's like, my dad died in 9/11. I'm fucking funny, right? I'm friends with Machine Gun Kelly.
That's just what he putting out, his persona.
Maybe he's got a big dick.
maybe he's a funny guy with a big dick.
Like, people be looking at me like, hey man, I wonder how this nigga be getting all these bad bitches.
No, it's probably.
I'm here to tell you,
he put that persona out to the
big
public,
dick
but
energy, it's real. BDE baby. BDE.
Hey, Pete's packing a Pete. Shit.
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete, huh?
That fucking Magnum.
That's all it be, man.
Jeez Louise. It's got to be something, bro.
It's something else to that.
If he's got he's Pete Davidson's fucking Kim Kardashian.
Said it.
Yeah.
Oh, she did mention
in the song. She said it in the song. She was like, whatever. By the way, nice dick or some shit like that.
He got a penis pumped in.
He got something, bro. It's just like, what does it say about like the standard of beauty too? Like I look at like Travis Barker is with who?
I don't think it's about beauty.
It's not about beauty.
No, I'm talking about like let's go with the trio. Like you've got fucking Pete Davidson, you've got Machine Gun Kelly, and you have Travis Barker from Blink-182, dating arguably up to standards like with society some of the most attractive women. Kim Kardashian. Megan Fox, which I don't really,
I love Megan Fox.
She's kind of cringe to me.
Bitch. Even that bitch Kanye got, Julia. What's her name?
Oh my God, Julia Fox is so fine.
I can't lie.
Like, how is Machine Gun Kelly and Pete Davidson and Travis Barker's cool, but how are these guys like the standard for what a lot of women look up to? You know, like the Kim K's and the Chloe's and all these people. These are who they're dating. They're not dating like super alpha guys. They're dating dudes that are wearing like pearls.
Okay, well you gotta understand who these girls are, though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
savages.
It's the new genre of man.
They just got a lot of money.
I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm more interested
serious.
in like.
That's why anybody can have them.
Like, do you understand what I'm getting at though? Like, there's standards of beauty and of like societal, like who dates who.
Yeah, society is definitely putting the Kardashian family on a pedestal when it comes to standards and beauty, and a lot of people like getting face surgery and stuff to look like them.
Yeah, they're influential.
You know, so
but they're dating goons now.
What they date is what women are going to do because they're doing what they're doing.
That's
already,
what I'm trying to say.
Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So the fact that these dudes are the new it dudes,
it's strange.
It's just like
Machine Gun Kelly's the new it dude. Pete Davidson's the new it dude.
He getting nails on his fingernails as long as my fingers.
That's what I'm saying. So these guys are getting arguably, the most attractive women out there. These guys are kind of goony. Like they got fucking. They're just weirdos.
I think society just.
So that tells you a lot about them. Yeah. Them girls.
Like they were attracted to black men. Now they're attracted to punk.
That's what I'm saying.
Then they're gonna start dating like Italian dudes. Or,
yep.
There's
gonna be a new wave in 5 years.
Like it's not just with them. It's been with everything. Like
yeah.
When Madonna started dating Dennis Rodman.
I was gonna say,
a bunch of white
yeah.
girls start trying black dudes or boys that was quote unquote invited to the barbecues. You know what I'm saying?
It's true.
So after them being tossed around by so many black dudes, as Booby would put it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They, you know,
Savages.
they just Pete Davidson was just around.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He was at the show.
And he's like, knock, knock.
She was probably like, you're different. Come here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Travis Barker, he's invited to the barbecue.
For sure.
Machine Gun Kelly, he was invited to the barbecue.
Yep.
And
Yeah, no, now. And,
it's the
Yeah,
culture.
it's going
They
now.
dressing like that because Tyler is dressing like that.
Right,
They putting nails on their shit because Thug is putting nails on his shit. Like,
Yachty is.
But
you
not
know
like
what I'm
how-
saying? But when
yeah.
they do it, they look like punk rockers because they white.
Right.
But really, that style is still ours. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
it's the
no.
culture. It's the culture either way.
Did you see his
Yeah.
nails, bro? Machine Gun Kelly
Have
nails.
you ever seen Young Thug?
Yep.
Bro,
Young
I'm
Thug
talking
did it
about
like 5 years ago.
No, the fuck he
Yeah.
didn't.
Yes,
I'm
he
talking about
did.
this
Yeah, he
nigga
did.
Machine Gun. Do you see his nails is long, bro? They're
I'll
like
pull
an
up
inch. They
videos
like,
right now with Thug
Yeah.
got on like a long shirt
know-
that look
I know
like a
exactly what
skirt.
you're talking
and all
about.
I'm
that
talking
shit
about
with
his nails,
lipstick
bro.
and everything.
Yeah, but
Machine
it's-
Gun nails is like this long.
It
Yeah.
doesn't even matter how long.
Nobody
it's
ever
just-
did that shit.
They're wearing nails.
No, not even. No, they getting their nail polished.
It's a whole different thing.
This
I don't-
nigga got nails like attached to his real nail. I ain't never seen that shit.
They doing it.
He the first one to do that shit.
Also, how about NBA YoungBoy wearing makeup and saying that he was like he made him feel comfortable and that
Well, I
he liked
wouldn't
it.
it definitely was some makeup, but
He
it
had like
went
black lipstick on and mascara and
Don't say it like that.
I don't-
Josh.
what do you mean?
It was
It
just
is
like
what
on
it
some
is.
Kiss type of shit
was it?
with the white face.
Because I could pull that photo up
Like
too. It's kind
Kiss
of
makeup.
Yeah, it wasn't no fucking. He talking about like he was on some gay shit.
no. I don't care if he was or wasn't. I'm just saying like that also adds to this conversation of like what's happening with the definition of male like beauty or like what men wear, like what masculinity is. Like you can paint your nails now. You can be gender fluid. You can wear eye makeup and mascara and still be a thug.
I
No,
think the
you can't do
narrative.
that.
Well, they
is-
are.
Whoever you seen doing that.
I think the narrative.
NBA
is,
young
You were
boy.
just with me today. Did you see
masculinity.
anybody with that shit on?
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about
He's
famous
talking
people.
about the industry.
Correct.
No, what I'm talking, I think
fake
that the
shit.
narrative now that is masculinity is what you do is more than what you wear.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Like, I don't have any real desire to paint my nails, but I don't care if they do.
You not no real dog if you doing that.
I mean,
gonna
they're-
put that out there
Yeah,
right
but
now.
we just listed a bunch
Snoop
of people
Dogg
that do
has
it.
been doing that since the 90s.
Yeah.
Snoop ain't painted his fucking nails.
Yes, he was. When he was doing all that pimp shit, he had acrylics on his pinkies with fucking diamonds in them.
Yep,
I ain't never seen that.
I got a photo
Pimps
right
been
here. of it.
doing that shit. Pimps been getting their nails and feet
Well,
done
that's a
for the
pimp though.
longest.
Pimps ain't no shit that we associate.
No,
They
I feel
get
like you're
their nails
nitpicking
and-
stuff.
Who is?
You are. You're like, you're trying to dodge a larger thing that is happening, whether we want it to or not, or whether we like it or not. It's happening.
It's happening in the industry, but I don't see that shit in my normal day of life.
We're also in our 30s, so who is this really influencing?
The younger generation.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what I was. You know, we took a little a veer off route from Kanye being a simp in the game and all that shit into like the definition of masculinity and like what societal beauty standards are or whatever. But it's different now. It's different, and I think you know, with us being a little bit older, like I said, I don't really care. But I'm not feeling super influenced by that. But I do notice it. Like 10 years ago, there's no way Kim K would be dating a guy like Pete Davidson. It just was a different
like
world.
I was talking to my son, and like my son is about to be a teenager now. He's like 13, and some of the stuff that they want to do nowadays is like totally different from like when I was his age growing up. Like I remember when I was 12, 13, my mama and my grandma being like, "Boy, pull your pants up. You're always sagging.
Right.
Your clothes too baggy."
And what is your
now
son
my
doing
son
now?
is doing like we at the store trying on clothes. He was like, "No, I think I'm gonna get a smaller size." I'm like,
I seen that,
Well,
bro.
and
I was
he's
going to
just
get
like,
some
yeah, it
fucking
don't
jeans
fit.
the other day. And a dude, I mean, with a lady, she was buying her son some clothes, right? Mm-hmm. And she was on the phone with him, and he on the phone getting like, "Mom, make sure it's the right size shirt." She like, "It's gonna fit you." He like, if it's over my waist down to my knees, I can't do that. If it's down to if it's over my belt, I can't do it. I'm looking like, wow, he right, but
No, that's
we wasn't doing it back then. We wasn't
because we wasn't. Yeah, no.
It's different.
like he like my belt got to get showed.
Yeah.
if in my day, if a kid was to wear Crocs to school, you'll roast him.
Yeah.
Roasted.
My son was like,
We pouring milk on you.
I'm about to get some Crocs and I'm about to put the pins in them, and like him and all his friends is doing that shit, and I'm just like, that's just normal. Like I go to work and the younger kids that's coming from like Cass Tech High is they doing that shit, and it's just like damn, man, like Champion hoodies used to be like bottom of the barrel shit where you was trying to get fresh, and
it's
now
like wearing Echo.
Yeah, now if you get a Champion hoodie, you crispy.
You the guy.
Yeah.
It's like it's different.
Which is a good name actually, Champion.
Yeah, it's cool. I got a Champion hoodie for Christmas. I love it.
Champion is like top tier. Like it's expensive now.
Like even that no jumper shit. People be like, who the no jumper?
They don't know yet.
They
don't know yet.
I'm talking about back then though. Even if
definitely not. Yeah, and that started with the era that we were talking about a little earlier with like the Lil Peep. Those guys, painted nails, face tats, makeup, earrings, all kinds of stuff. It's just
even that tattoo situation. It's like
that's Lil Wayne.
Yeah, that shit back then, you would look at a motherfucker with face tats like, oh, this nigga a killer for real.
Exactly.
Now you can see a motherfucker at fucking Starbucks.
Because Lil Wayne made that
pass
shit
you a
normal.
coffee.
Lil Wayne started it.
He did Good Morning America with Katie Couric, and that shit was normal as fuck.
So do you guys think we're leaving the era of like face tats? Because I've seen, just to link it back, Pete Davidson's getting a lot of tattoos removed.
Yeah, I think this.
Natalie said she about to get her forehead tat. So.
Oh my God, no shit.
Who said that?
Natalie.
Nat. Of what?
Oh, Natalie.
Like a design up under so she can hide it under her bangs.
Yeah.
And just be like a pattern or something right there.
To me, that stuff, like if you get your head tatted and where your hair can grow, whatever. You can shave your head when you want and show it off or, hide it. But like getting the, like just Lil Wayne, for example, that shit's out there. I just saw a fucking article. Lil Pump is getting his face tats removed. Like it seems like there's a trend now of people using that surgery or that technology to remove what was a fad, which was face tats. They only did
it to get famous. They didn't really mean that shit. Like I want to get face tats, and I'm ready. It's gonna be some meaningful shit.
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna take that shit off ever. You know, what
Chris,
I'm saying?
you have one, two.
Yeah, I really want that shit. Like I really always want a fucking face tat, but now I'm of age, and I'm like, okay, yeah, now I can get that shit.
Yeah,
I'm not the president now, so yeah. I could do whatever the fuck I want to do.
It is just interesting seeing that that like something so permanent as a tattoo is a fad, because
it used to be like back in the day, we used to be like, okay, if I'm gonna get a tattoo, I'm gonna think about what I want. Yeah. It's gonna be meaningful. Yep. I gotta make sure it's somewhere can't nobody see it, so I can get a job and shit like that. Nowadays, motherfuckers be 16, like fuck you, tap my face.
Tap my face.
16.
Like Peep up here, bro. He told the story. He has get cake, die young. He said he was so zanned out, he just woke up one morning. He woke up a morning and he just had "Get Cake, Die Young" tattooed on his fucking forehead. He's like, I had no recollection, no memory. Like, it's that kind of energy, though, where it's like such a permanent decision made in such a, like what you were saying, like the Pete Davidson or whatever, he had a lot of tattoos that he got just pissed drunk or just fucked up, and he's getting them like lasered off. It's just, I don't know. It's interesting to see like this era sort of end and watch like a new one develop in a way. Like the Croc thing that you were saying with pins. I've never even, we're kind of the old guys now in a weird way, like we're not old, but we kind of are.
I don't even like the way newer shoes are designed.
I don't either, man.
Me either, especially that designer shit.
Dude,
the Balenciagas and all that shit look like
fucking croissants.
They New Balance and shit at Payless.
Yes, dude.
Bitches cost $800 though.
I got some just old, then I'm gonna just stick to the classics.
Yeah, niggas go stick to their own swag.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm trying to tell you?
No, I saw the new Yeezys. They look like a fucking croissant. Like I'm like, what am I looking at? This looks like a strudel. This looks like a pastry. It looks like a fucking pastry strudel. Like
motherfuckers cashing out for that shit.
Well, you know, we gotta respect it though, because at our age back then, we had to do what we had to do.
Yeah, because I remember my daddy telling me, "Oh, them Jordans you won't spend all that money on. Them shoes ugly."
Yeah,
I'm like, man, you old as hell, and not be sounding like that to my son. He'd be like, I want some Yeezy shits, and I was like, boy.
Yeah, you gotta let the kids be kids. They understand one day.
100%.
And they talk about the kids that's 20 when they 30. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this nigga wearing?
It's just life. It is just life.
Goddamn head. If you don't take that damn pillow off his head.
Yeah.
Now, when I was 20, I was wearing phones
I feel like
with the goddamn crack nails in it.
a good segue here is the like the Weeknd album, because
Okay.
his album cover is him really old, right?
I love the Weeknd album.
You love it. I listen to it.
I think it's a good piece of art.
Yeah. I just like, I have a hard time knowing when like I would want to put that on. Like I can look at it and listen to it and be like, oh, that's good. But like, I'm not going to play that with my friends necessarily. Like, I don't know when I'm playing that, you know?
It's
Like,
a
maybe,
Like I was telling you, though, Josh,
it is a vibe.
music is always vibes. So it's always a certain time to play it.
And that's what I'm like, I don't know when.
Right.
you know?
If your friend's into that shit, you can play it for them.
Yeah.
Everybody getting fragged just in a ride with the fucking top back, riding down the highway from the casino, just won about 5 racks a piece. Ooh. And go home. You can play that type, but you don't just want to, you don't just want to get in the car. Okay, I put this weekend.
Yeah.
on.
I've
But
been
that's
doing
just-
it. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey,
Even
and
like
that's the
Drake
thing. Like,
and
that's
shit,
what I'm
like-
trying to.
The whole album
Drake
got
too.
it's sonically, it's got a specific sound.
Yeah.
And the whole sound lasts throughout the whole album. So it ain't like I'm about to put on this on this one. I like how 4 songs blend into each other. So instead of just listening to one song, I love that shit so much. I start to like 4 songs before the song I really want to come on. Like it's sweet like that, and you could tell he took his time and put his energy into it. He had Barry Gordy talking on it, telling the story. He had Jim Carrey talking on the intro and the outro, and you know, it had like a sound like you was listening to a radio station, like an old school radio.
That's kinda cool.
station. And Jim Carrey was the DJ, and
Oh, yeah?
it was sweet. Like Timberland compared it to Thriller. And
Wow,
I
that's a
would
huge
agree.
compliment.
I would agree. It's a song like right after the Barry Gordy song where he was talking. That song sound like a song he wrote for Michael Jackson. It's
Wow.
like to the point where I wish I could bring Michael Jackson back and make him listen to this album.
Yeah.
Like,
Imagine
that
those two
deep, huh?
collaborating, man. Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, when you put it like
never,
that.
Yeah, I never heard the CD yet. I'm
it's
gonna have
like
to check it out.
Prince and Mike had a baby.
Name the Weekend.
Prince and Mike had a baby.
For real.
No, I listened to it at work and a little bit in my car, and I heard the Jim Carrey clip. And I like Jim Carrey. I like the trajectory that his life took, where he was like the funny guy, you know, in The Mask, and then he went deep. He
Yeah.
went deep, and I think he even credits. So he played Terrence McKenna, who was like a psychonaut, like super into psychedelics, and was an anthropologist. And he played him, and in order to get into his role, he took like a heroic dose of mushrooms in the woods.
Who did that?
Jim Carrey, 5 grams of mushrooms,
Right.
and like
blew his top back.
yeah, it fucking, and then he started coming out with all this stuff, like these inspirational,
He was
amazing, like he was woke, yeah, like the Jim Carrey woke period, and for him to like link up with The Weeknd and have those kind of like those moments, you know, I was kind of like laughing when I heard that it was spoiled that he was on there. I'm like, is Jim Carrey gonna rap or is he like,
That would've been
is he
funny.
gonna speak? You know, like, but it's an R&B, like it's a master.
Sound like a Weekend, a top tier type of guy. So.
I mean, if you look at his collection so far, he dropped nothing but bangers.
Yeah.
His albums always sell.
Would y'all put him
seen-
over Bruno Mars?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd take
I would.
Weekend over Bruno any day.
Yep.
Because Bruno just started like cussing and shit. Like the Weekend, like the
Weeknd.
reason I like the Weekend, the lyrics.
I would
The
say,
lyrics for me.
what
He
was
be
my
saying
man
some
name?
shit.
What was my man name that did a song with Tyler the Creator that he came out? He was a gay.
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean,
Is the
yeah.
Weeknd taking over his situation? It sounds
I think The Weeknd's on top. To
I
be
think
honest.
Frank Ocean, if
has
he was
one
still
album.
out,
Yeah.
I'm saying though, that's his vibes is like his though.
I mean, they're both. Yeah, they're in the same genre.
Like Frank Ocean stopped and then The Weeknd took over.
The Weeknd just keeps going though. You know,
That's what I'm
like,
trying to tell you.
yeah,
It's gonna happen every weekend.
he's
I
up
fuck
top
with him.
for sure.
Both of his albums is in like Billboard Top 100
I'm gonna have
right
to check
now.
him out, man.
This one and
Like I
the one
said,
that
I
came
never
out
was
before.
in R&B, but like y'all say, he ain't R&B, he pop.
He is.
He ain't no genuine type
And
of nigga.
sometimes listening to him sing, like I said, the lyrics, it sound like he be spitting sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Okay.
I
Boy
agree.
be saying some shit.
Okay.
Did you guys listen to Gunna's new album?
Mm-hmm.
Conversely, I don't
It's
think
what
it
the
is.
streets is. It's what the streets like.
Is it? I
don't know about
I
that.
don't know, man.
You know what?
I don't
It's
know
what
about
the
it.
kids like.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's about what the drip guys like.
and that goes back to the fashion conversation. What did he say? I skeeted on her face. Now I call her cow or some shit like that. Like that line, I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
I heard it was a Freddie Gibbs diss on there, and I listened
It
to it.
was.
Yeah,
and we heard it.
Guess
when we
what? It was
talking about
one line.
He said, fuck Freddie Gibbs.
All he said was, I don't fuck with Freddie.
That's it.
That's it. There was no fucking diss track. Like, it was so
Why is
anticlimactic.
everybody on this boy ass? Like
That's
that,
what we
bro?
need to get into, man. Because him and
What is
him
he
and
doing?
Ack got into a Twitter beef or whatever fucking in November or December. I remember we were talking about this a while ago. And I like Freddie Gibbs. I'm just going to throw that out there. I think his music is fucking hard. I think he's one of the top guys.
He definitely got top tier music.
Like Alfredo's one of my favorite albums.
He kind of like a he underground, but he's still in the mix up.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that he had like also beefing with academics isn't that unorthodox. Like, Ack does that on purpose. But then when Gunna kind of jumped in, and I don't know, they
so
just
maybe, man,
like,
we don't know about this industry shit, man. Maybe they trying to put him in a lane like they is.
Yeah, or maybe I mean, obviously,
Freddie
what could he
Gibbs
probably
came
done
into the
fucking
game
did?
with beef.
yeah,
He was beefing with Jeezy.
yep.
But Jeezy the one that signed him at first, right?
Right.
Yep.
He was beefing with him.
Why?
Contract shit.
A
Yep.
contract. So that was serious shit.
Right. This shit
So-
seems like play.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, also, if you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to put out a Freddie Gibbs diss track, and then you just have one line in a song about like skeeting on a girl's face and milk and cows, and you say, I don't fuck with Freddie Gibbs, that's not a diss track. Like, it just shows like the stark contrast between a real lyricist, i.e. Freddie Gibbs, and like Gunna in his fucking big old rain boots
Yeah, you know you can.
hanging out with Thug. Like, I guess Thug jumped in too now and is beefing with Freddie Gibbs. Like, it's just like,
That's
okay,
one thing
whatever.
about Young Thug I will say though. He niggas might think he's gay, but that boy don't play. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't check a lot of people temperatures out here.
Yeah, he has.
He don't be playing.
Yep.
and yeah,
That's a
on
fact.
that. We can get back to what we were talking about earlier, Josh, about how people look at certain type of genres of people, like not even industry people, just people in general, like
Yeah.
people, everyday people. You know what I'm saying? Like people
Yeah.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they judge you off what you do, how you look.
How
and
you
shit.
look,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And then I don't think
You
that
have
shit
no idea.
cool.
You know what? The No Jumper podcast, I was listening to them. It was one of their Tuesday episodes, and they were talking about like this very thing in a way. They were like, Adam was like, well, he started to dress nice in 2021. Like, Adam was just wearing like beat up shit his whole life. He didn't give a fuck, and he started dressing nice.
The thing about
And
Adam, why is he
80
wearing them sunglasses now? Do
He
you
has
know
a
why?
sty in his eye, on his eye, bro. So he's been wearing sunglasses. It's like a fucking nasty
Gross.
big sty. Yeah,
Oh, that's why he was doing that?
Yeah, yeah, seriously. Anyway, AD was like, his co-host was like, why did you start dressing nice? And he's like, I started to realize, like, if you don't talk to somebody or if you have no interaction, the first thing that somebody does is judge you based on your appearance and what you're wearing. And it doesn't mean you have to, like, you know, be a drip god or whatever, but it does play into what you were saying, like people judging each other based on, okay, well, they're from here, this, that. Like, if you have no control over someone's perception of you, the only thing that you really can control, at least immediately, is your appearance, how you're
Exactly.
kept, how you look.
Like if I went into the store with a tuxedo on, buying a beer, and I was low 50 cent, I believe the cashier would be like, oh, there you go, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's how you carry yourself, but also like how you look. Like, and I think there's actually studies that prove that. Like, people that are not even studies. We could just say fucking YouTube videos. They do the prank videos where somebody's trying to get into a nice car, and it'll be a guy in a suit. And it'll be like, oh, I can't, you know, the car alarm's going off and people are walking by and they're like, oh, let me help you. Whereas if somebody's just wearing, you know, less than ideal clothing.
Yeah. And I
They
noticed
treat them
that in life,
differently.
man. And I use that to my advantage too.
Yeah, and it's an obvious thing that we're talking about, but it's also like there are like subtle implications to it. Like what you were saying, like how people like in certain areas, they just want you to be either this or they're like, oh, that person's a dog or that person's an animal. And they don't want to view like the human side of things just based on appearances, because it goes beyond clothing. It goes into like where you're from, or, you know, like what slot you should be in, you know, what seat you should be in,
Right. What kind of avenue?
how
you
I've
came up.
categorized you already, you know.
And that's just, you know, that's judgmental type of situations.
It is, and we all do it.
Yeah.
to a degree, you know.
To a degree.
And I think a lot of it is like becoming a decent human being is unlearning some of that behavior a little bit, like,
right,
you know, like checking
like
yourself.
like when Chris said, he said, Dre, man, if you take one of them shrooms, one day, man, I took that shroom. He like, shit. Why am I so mean to motherfuckers? He said.
Yeah.
He said sometimes you can ungather information. You know what I'm saying? That you already had. Now you looking at it from a different perspective.
100%.
So
It'd be like that.
No, that's it. And it's like, it's what we were talking about earlier too, vantage points, like viewing the world from
Perception is a motherfucker.
It is everything. Perception is reality. Back to the fashion thing. It even goes, it's hard to even say, like, it's almost like going back to like the categorization of people. When we just took a small break, Chris was like, yo, I just realized like when I go into stores, they don't have certain sizes of shit. Like the high-end designer stuff, it's because they've already done what I said earlier. They've already figured out the slots of people, the seats and the rows in which they think that their customer base is. Mm-hmm. You know, rich, white, whatever.
That's what you can put the price on.
You know, certain
Tommy
body
Hilfiger
type.
said a long time ago, I don't want niggas wearing my clothes.
ooh, he said
He
that?
said that a lot in the 90s.
And
And they
motherfuckers
don't
still was
design
wearing it.
that shit to what they know we taller than them.
That's why we don't wear it no more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
When the fuck last time you seen somebody wearing Tommy Hilfiger?
no, but that's why when you do see these rappers wearing Balmain shirts and shit, they tight fitting.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
That's why the Kardashians are dating skinny white dudes now, because the designers that's paying them money to wear their dresses got men's clothes and these big ass basketball players that they fucking can't fit them. So you get Machine Gun Kelly, who is the exact size of a fucking Gucci model.
Yeah. I was just gonna say
Right.
he's
You know what I'm saying?
he's a model build.
So you
That's
saying
all
that
it
they
is.
only
He's a
date
rail.
these niggas because they can fit the clothes?
He's saying that might play into like a behind the scenes underground fashion thing. Like,
why is Kim Kardashian rich?
yeah,
I guess.
Fashion,
Yep.
glamour.
sex tape.
These people,
Sex tape.
yeah.
And-
But
and
all of
fucking
that,
dudes
her
and shit.
income right now is
She was
coming
a
from
savage in
fashion.
the public
Yes,
back when
you're
it
right.
wasn't cool. She was like one of the first bitches that would like didn't give a fuck about.
I mean, her
sucking dick
her
and
sex
put the
tape came
shit
out and
Yeah.
it blew her
That's why
up.
she
Versace
famous.
and Gucci and Louis is like, either we gotta buy more fabric and make bigger clothes for these niggas that's wearing our clothes now, or we could get these bitches to start
You-
dating little scrawny white dudes.
You're absolutely right. They have an image in which they want their clothes to be portrayed in. Like
When
they
you go
want
to the
certain people
mall-
to wear them.
Who is the models?
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly,
Yep.
ASAP Rocky,
Yep.
little dudes.
You're right.
Little skin. You know what I'm saying?
I wonder what like that fully implies. I mean, obviously,
They dating big ass football players. Lamar Odom.
yeah.
That nigga can't fit nothing in that store.
Dude, I remember maybe 6-7 years ago, Lululemon. If you're familiar with that company, it's a designer like upper brand yoga company, like a yoga pants. Everything's expensive in there,
Yeah.
right? But the CEO came out and said, "We don't want fat people wearing our clothes."
Bro.
And he got so much backlash for it. But he was like, he basically
Like,
said,
bitch,
like,
it don't
he
fit
straight
you.
up said it. Like,
He
he's like,
said
we don't make these sizes because we don't want fat people
And
wearing
Rick
our
Ross
shit.
be capping like a motherfucker. All the designers he be dropping. They don't make that shit in his fucking size, nigga. You think Fendi make a belt that big? I tried, nigga. They don't go up that high. No, nigga. He be capping. All them cars he be talking about he driving, McLarens and shit. He can't fit in them shits,
Yep.
nigga. You know how little the cockpit is in a Lamborghini? You feel
are.
me? I'm telling you. They
Don't
be
lock
capping.
in. No, okay, let's get it.
Yeah, but that goes back to like what we were just discussing. Like, even the designers have a pre-designed idea of who they want wearing it, what they want it to look like, and then it puts people in boxes. It puts people in categories, and then they get people that are willing to do it, and it affects the masses, and then they think they need to buy it, and certain people don't fit that mold, and it just continues to keep people where they're supposed to be.
Prime
in a
example.
way.
You ever seen how Dwayne Wade be dressing?
Yeah.
You think he get up in the morning and dress himself like that?
No.
Well,
Come
if
on,
he
man.
don't, he
that
not a
nigga's
man.
from Chicago.
He's got somebody that does it.
Why is
Sets
that,
out his
why is
outfits
that
and shit.
happening though? Why would he allow another person to dress him?
The designers is paying him to wear the clothes.
Correct. And then it like we can go deeper.
Well, he
Like this is a
sacrificed
rabbit
his
hole.
manhood to make money.
I don't want to say that. Because that's
I
an
would say he
implication of
sacrificed looking corny to make money.
yeah.
And his manhood. Because look at us. We making fun of him now.
No, I mean, Dre, booby, boob.
No, seriously though. They making fun of him.
I mean, that's a jump to one implication, you know, like because at this point that we're at right now in the conversation, we could go really deep down a rabbit hole of why do designers want to do this?
Why?
That's what I'm saying.
It's the European. It's the European side. The designers is not from America. They don't give a fuck how we dress.
Yeah.
They hate the way we dress. Like, that's just they shit. They wear tight pants over there and they don't think nothing about it. Like, they don't think it's funny. Like, they don't care if a dude with shorts is short. Like, ain't nobody over there like, haha, you gay.
Yeah.
They don't care about that
They
shit
don't
over
care.
there.
What do they care about?
Sex, drugs, money. You know what I'm saying?
Pushing peas.
Pushing P.
Sex. That nigga funny as hell.
Yep.
You right, bro. Well, if they thinking like that,
That's why the shit's so skimpy.
let me put it this way. Why does it work?
It's been working.
But why? Is it because they're just families that have had money for a long time and that they just have affluence and influence? Or is there something that, like, did they hit it right with a slogan? Or is it actually
It's really
cool?
just the name, man.
That's what I'm wondering, you know, like just for opinion wise, like,
the
is it
name.
just the name or are they actually doing cool shit? Because I look at some of these collections, like a Dior spring collection or the new Yeezys, and I'm like, or the Balenciagas that look
Regular
like
shit.
fucking New Balances. I'm like, this is objectively trash. It's not, but it looks bad to me. Like
Right.
I think this is like corny, like spacesuit type shit. So I'm wondering, like,
Spacesuit.
is there something that I'm
I
missing,
think with
or is it just the
Kanye's
name?
brand specifically, I think he just want people to dress how they dress in animes.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Hey, I'm not against that.
But
If
that's
we
how
get to
his
that, that's
clothes
cool.
look. His clothes look real anime-ish.
Oh, I
they
got
do. Why is that though? Like,
I
what
think that's just him. You know what I mean? He want us to look like that, like it's in the future, or Akira or some shit.
Yeah, you got to think too. He was wearing like pink polos in 2008, 2009. Like he was
He was
like,
doing that shit before niggas was really doing it. Huh?
yeah. He's sort of defined fashion in a lot of different ways for a lot of years. But I want to take this to a different level. Nike just bought a NFT, like a virtual shoe company, for like $5-6 million, so you can buy shoes in the metaverse.
Damn.
What the fuck do you guys think about that?
Nah, it's just bound to come.
What you mean? You can buy shoes in the metaverse?
So when the metaverse kicks off, whatever the fuck it ends up being, your avatar,
You know,
Dre's
it's gonna be
avatar.
like on 2K when you put like shoes on, you put Jordans on your mans that you created.
Yes.
Right.
So
But
you
in the
got-
metaverse.
you have Nike investing in a virtual shoe company. So it's going to be a style. There's going to be style and fashion and exclusivity.
Right. So basically, what y'all saying is, y'all believe that this time is gonna come.
In what way?
Or what y'all saying? So we should
already
invest into it right
Oh
now.
yeah, no doubt. I'm in the NFT game. I fucking have money in crypto.
Right. So I think we should be involved with this shit. Man. Like y'all already believe this shit gonna happen, huh?
I mean, I don't really have. I'm just watching it. Like I'm not like invested in a belief system in it. I'm watching Nike put money into it. I'm watching Google buy. They bought a plot of land in the metaverse the size of a fucking basketball court for $2 million. You have fucking Mark Cuban, who has $1 billion in Dogecoin. Mm-hmm. You've got Amazon, Spotify, all these companies that are fucking backing the Visa credit cards that exclusively take crypto, and you get great fucking deals with money back. Like so. It's not even like me like thinking, oh, you know, I think eventually, you know, AI and crypto and all this shit. Like the major technocratic companies are fucking investing in this shit. So if they're putting money into it, to me that
it's the
means
future.
yeah, and I
Right.
think it's coming quick.
You're in the Matrix. Red pill or blue pen.
He hit the fucking weed and he's in the
What was
matrix.
that? What was that, man? Fucked up.
That was a good weed.
I'm like
Hey, but with the Matrix though.
I'm in the
Oh
ocean.
my god! Can we talk about the Matrix?
I made
Hey, I'ma
I
let
made
y'all
Josh
niggas talk,
watch the
man.
Matrix,
How did it go?
and
man?
it was hot
I'm a guess. Right now.
garbage.
How could you do that to me, man?
It was hot garbage. I had to because we had to talk about it.
Yeah,
so you
you're
had
right.
to see it. You
So
know?
here we are,
And it was probably the worst movie of the year.
bro. It was so bad.
Matrix.
The Matrix.
The new Matrix.
It was the worst movie of the year. It was thrown together. It was convoluted, and I think it was trash.
Indubitably.
What they gonna be saying in 10 years though?
It was trash. I mean, in 10 years, how did the original Matrix age? You know, like you see, like it's bad.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie.
No doubt.
We liked a lot of dumb shit.
We did, man. The 90s, early 2000s were a
you
weird
know what's
time.
coming out? You know what just came
like.
out?
What's that?
Scream.
The new one?
I
I'm
seen
going
that.
to see that soon. I might go tomorrow.
I'm gonna have
yeah.
to check that motherfucker out too, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of reboots taking place. Let's stick with the Matrix just for a minute, though. 'Cause
Right.
This does tie into the metaverse.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
He don't want to talk about it.
No, he
No,
definitely
the
does.
Matrix.
He made
was
me
bad.
watch it to talk about
the Matrix
it.
was.
Oh.
Keanu Reeves is so fucking funny to watch.
Listen,
act,
man.
dude. Like,
Listen.
it's like, hey, you want to be an actor? Sure, I'll do it.
You gotta say it in his voice.
Fucking emotion.
Sure.
No,
I'll do it.
I'm sorry. You're right. He just.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay,
I would love to do it.
I'll do it.
Great.
Hey, Chris,
Trinity.
man, we got to book you for comedy, bro.
Trinity. I love
I'm
you.
serious. This nigga funny though.
Keanu Reeves is funny.
Yeah, he is. So I just want to say this, right? Chris came over and he was like, "You got to check out the new Matrix." I was like, "Was it dope?" Oh, and he's like, I watched it alone. I want to see what you think of it. Wasn't super impressed. I put that fucking movie on. There's 4 of us in the room. He falls asleep, gets up in the middle of it, goes, "I'm out," leaves. Bells is watching it. He takes a fucking phone call in the middle of the movie, talks on the phone for 10 minutes on the couch during the movie. Sammy gets up and goes to Walgreens with 50 minutes left. I'm like, this movie's bad. This movie's bad.
It's
like,
over.
Everybody in the room
Morpheus
just fucking.
They fucked up Morpheus.
Man, they fucked up Morpheus. They fucked up Agent Smith.
They fucked up the Oracle. They fucked up everything.
Okay, Jada Pinkett Smith pretending to be old. Like, bitch, you are old.
You ain't gotta pretend.
You don't need to like, hey, I remember in 64 years. Like,
When
you're
they
already
first
old.
invented
Y'all
chocolate.
niggas silly, though.
God damn. Okay,
Oh shit.
So Keanu Reeves, like, I love Keanu, but man, bro can't act. Like,
Hey,
he just can't act.
Why do we love Keanu?
Fuck that shit.
No, we love him because, okay, first of all, his backstory, if you know anything about his life, that man has lived a fucking tough life.
Y'all about to hear me crack a brew open.
Crack it. Like, both fucking parents died, this, all the shit, and he's just like a sweetheart in real life, right? We love him because John Wick, like,
Oh my
The
God.
Matrix, right?
Why
He's
do
great
we
in
love John Wick so much?
because it's well choreographed and everybody loves violence. You got Marilyn Manson singing "Killing Strangers"
It's
on
so
there.
funny.
Like, that's a soundtrack you can fucking play
Who
to
did
Call
it?
of Duty. You know what I mean? But Keanu Reeves he can't act. I
he
love
is
him.
one of the worst
He
actors.
can't act, dude.
But he is in some of the greatest movies.
He's in some of the
is.
greatest movies.
So why the fuck
He's
you
a
can't
great
act if you
person.
in all the good movies then?
I don't know. It's
he
white
can act,
privilege
yeah.
or something.
Because
But
he
it's
can,
funny
he can
as
wear
hell.
all the fashion.
He can act.
No, I'm just I want to talk about one specific moment in
Which
the movie.
move?
All right, so the new Agent Smith,
Oh my God.
blue-eyed, proud boy Agent Smith. He's like, he breaks through or whatever. He realizes who he is. He goes up to Keanu and he's like, they're having dialogue and he's like, he's talking about himself. He's like, and I love my new blue eyes. Talking about himself, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And Keanu goes, I sense combat coming. And then they start fighting. I'm like, did Keanu Reeves write the script?
Mm-hmm.
I love my own blue eyes. I sense combat coming. Like, is this a bad dub? Is this a foreign fucking dub?
Hey, is it true that you can fly?
Damn.
Yeah. Jumps. Oh, darn. Looks like I can't. It doesn't matter. Then they're fucking fighting,
That
and
wasn't a good one, right?
they stop, and Agent Smith is like, nice moves. And Keanu's like, thanks. And then they keep fighting. I'm like, this is. Listen,
Okay, now
listen.
That shit sound too square now.
It was
It
so
the worst
square.
movie ever.
The Wojciechowski sisters
Yeah.
had an opportunity to drop one of the dopest fucking movies with commentary about the impending metaverse.
Yeah.
About NFTs, about crypto, about all the fucking shit that's coming in the next 5-10 years with the headsets. Instead,
fumbled
they
it.
made a corny ass fucking movie in which Keanu Reeves, spoilers, is a game designer for The Matrix, and he's back in The Matrix, and it's like some fucking corny love story with Trinity, like that they're just like the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. They just need each other. No. They should have done this whole thing about the metaverse. They should have had people in the Matrix with headsets on. They could have made
And I
amazing
didn't get
commentary.
the trans rights shit.
No.
Somebody said it was about trans rights, and I was like, I didn't see that part.
can see the treads, right?
It's so hard to see. And here's the thing, like what? Because they say we'll put rainbows in the Matrix at the end. Like what?
Yeah, like, I don't get it.
Fuck that movie.
But so he throws the rainbows in, whatever. Also, they say that the hormonal pill, the red pill, is apparently like red or whatever for transgenderism or to transition. I'm sorry, but you have the Matrix, and this is what we were talking about with slogans earlier. You ready? The Matrix is such a massive concept, like the original one, that you have like white supremacist and like based 4chan people saying, "Are you red pilled?"
Right.
But the creators meant it for trans rights.
Oh, now
So
I get it.
Think
Yeah,
about
that's
the
funny.
spectrum in which the Matrix covers, bro.
Yeah, you can pretty
Everything
much
from
apply it
Buddhism
to everything.
to acid, to trans, to
Damn.
to racism, to being woke, to like the alt-right. It's fucking everywhere. It's a metaphor for everything.
Shit.
So they like the original shit hit a pulse point with the collective conscious, like the unconscious, the subconscious, whatever. It hit and it spoke to everyone on that bandwidth, from the fucking far right racists to the like non-binary, gender bending, left, whatever. Right. And with that being said, like we were talking about slogans earlier and people being individuals and having vantage points in which everyone sees the world differently. The Matrix fucking spoke to everybody. So the original three trilogy, like the trilogy, 1.5 of that was good-ish, and the rest was like kind of trash. And when the new one came out, I was like, they got it. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Like we're about to enter the actual Matrix.
Shit.
And they just fumbled that shit, dude. They fucking fumbled it. And had a real opportunity, in my opinion, to like have commentary on the future. And everyone would have looked back in 10 years and been like, damn, the Wojciechowskis were on it again. They knew. Like, look at the shit. Instead, they fumbled it. So that's a movie review. Listen, if you haven't seen it, you just fucking heard everything.
Damn, you just dropped that bitch in, didn't he?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
it was whack.
the red pill is such like think about a slogan like "Make America Great Again," right? Like what we were talking about earlier. Why did that work? Why does the red pill versus the blue pill work? Choices, but also it's something that's ambiguous enough, but deep enough to hit millions, if not billions, of people. Like the blue pill versus the red pill. Are you awake or are you asleep? Are you living in Maya, like in Buddhism? Are you living in illusion, or are you awoken to true reality? Whereas like the Make America Great Again thing, why did that work for so many people? Because it's built into the very slogan of America, the American, quote, dream. Everybody has this fucking dream of what? A white picket fence, and you can do this, and you can do that. So all these old boomers and everybody else that fucking voted for Trump, whoever voted for Trump, right? Or who felt, like you got Kanye wearing a Make America Great Again hat. He knew it was a good slogan. He knew it was a good slogan because it appeals to a point in time that doesn't exist. When was America ever great?
Damn.
You got people voting, oh man, that made me feel good. I remember in the Clinton era, or I remember when Reagan was president, my family was doing really well and I got all the Christmas presents, or I had good 5 years in the stock market. It appeals to something that isn't there. But
It never was.
And
there.
it never was there, but it's
at the same
everybody's
time,
fucking dream. It's everybody's dream.
Say a motherfucker looking for a dream that ain't ever happening.
Yes, I have a dream.
You think
It's Martin Luther.
On Martin Luther King Day.
On Martin Luther King Day.
Ooh.
Think about how powerful that slogan is.
Damn. We just hit that bitch crazy.
Right?
What did you say to us, Chris?
I have a dream.
Man. And that transition though, like these things are so fucking powerful. Like the words and these slogans, like they change, like they actually save people and kill people. Like these words, their ideas and their dreams, and they mean something different to every single person in the world. But all of those things together, like every fucking little piece of snow out there makes, a snowstorm or makes something really, really happen. And it's like, what are we all dreaming? What are we all collectively coming up with? And who are our leaders and who's saying what? And now we have to fucking think of it not even in the real world. We have to think of it in the metaverse.
So if you don't know about this shit in the real world, in the metaverse, You're not even existing.
There's a whole nother layer of illusion because we're going into virtual reality. It's virtual reality. It's not reality. It's dream reality.
So if you don't know the real game, you don't know the perspectives, you don't know the rules, you go lose. Niggas.
But what do you think of that? Like
The metaverse?
another layer of illusion, another dream within a dream. Virtual reality. Like we have these slogans now. Like it's going to be a whole nother.
I think that when this metaverse shit drop, motherfuckers just gonna be in the house all day.
Yeah.
If you in the house, man, you losing.
No, it's gonna be like
that's
if
how
you
you're gonna be
outside,
winning.
You losing.
Yeah, you're right.
They're gonna be like, oh, nigga, you still go outside, nigga? We're in the metaverse in this bitch, nigga.
This nigga at the park
I'm
and
in the
shit, the
verse.
sun and
No, you're
shit.
right.
You still buy shoes in real life?
Yep. I got the fucking new Nikes that dropped, or I got the Yeezys on
Nigga, we
in
just
Metaverse.
we just bought a goddamn comment for $2.
And them bitches
Literally.
ain't
Look at this
never
game
gonna
with
get dirty.
George.
What's that?
Them bitches ain't never gonna be dirty.
Nope. Oh my god,
Dog,
that's
if it get to that-
crazy.
Man, that just fucked you up too, didn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be mint.
Oh,
Everything's
shit, who
mint.
did that?
Yeah.
Unless they
Seen that?
fucking
Just think about buying a pair of white Air Force Ones and they never getting scuffed.
damn.
Ooh.
Metaverse.
Well, and that's where it could be not a false paradise, but like a. It's really
Man,
hard
this
to
shit-
say.
hey,
It could be a perfect reality.
I ain't gonna lie, I love this shit actually.
It could be.
This is actually some shit that should be happening.
I don't
From
know.
what it sounds.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous thing because
it
it
is
could
dangerous,
be. It
but I
could
believe
gonna
this is
start
what's
the
supposed to be
Matrix.
happening.
Exactly. It goes back to the Matrix. Like that's what
Like,
we're really talking
what
about.
if you
here.
was in the metaverse so long, a power outage happened and you forget?
But
real
guess
life.
what? This
You
is supposed
wake
to be
up,
happening though.
Yep.
And
you
guess
ain't
what's
cleaned
gonna
your house in days.
Well, and then it begs the question: are we already in a simulation?
We are.
You know what I mean? Like, has it just gotten to a point where we all like, it's just
We
that
there,
good?
bro. It's
you
there.
know, like
It's
think
just
about
that- it's just
mathematics.
there. We there.
I mean, the 0110, like the basis of coding.
Should it be like Grand Theft Auto, but real life?
Well,
We-
that's
yeah,
the thing,
we-
man.
we-
I don't want to link these two things necessarily together, but I do think it's important to like put the pandemic in with the rise of the metaverse because people have been quarantined. People have already been tested to be in their homes. It's almost like a primer for that. I mean, you have the Chrysler
Right.
building right up the road
Yeah.
that has closed a third, if not 2/3 of its building because they realize that people work better from home and they don't have to pay for the heating and the cooling and the gym and the cafeteria and all the fucking overhead that a corporation would want to cut. So they're like, this is great. We can do fucking Zoom calls and meetings in the metaverse.
Damn.
And it just coincides.
That's crazy.
It coincides perfectly with the pandemic.
What if we had another pandemic right before the metaverse dropped and they're just like, you know what? You can meet up with your friends down the street
Yep.
from the metaverse.
Yep.
It's like-
Yeah, it's the
like
saving.
how,
yeah.
House Party and what's all those Zoom came big over the pandemic
That's
and
what
all
I'm
that
talking
shit.
about.
People was like, well, Zoom is kind of better than having to get up and drive somewhere. So
Correct. No, it's just like
going outside gonna be different.
I'm not saying
That's
it
crazy,
like,
man.
It
And they're gonna make you
purposefully.
believe that it's a deadly virus if you go outside, so you gotta stay inside.
Yes.
Shit.
Like whether it
Ooh,
actually
shit.
is
a Matrix, real life.
That's what I'm talking
Damn,
about.
and it's happening.
It's happening.
Ain't that
And that's
about a
why
bitch?
I was fucking mad that the Matrix movie didn't do what we just said.
Exactly.
You had it. You could have said the real shit. You could have woke people up for real.
But you
Instead,
gotta
you just made a
understand, though,
corny
Josh.
action movie.
That's what we in. They ain't gonna tell them.
No, but their job is to. Like, they're the first ones that fucking dropped it.
No, they job is to lie to us.
No, it is a very, like, it's meta. It's actually meta. Like, it's a
we
dream
hear it
within
right now.
It's a dream within a dream. The
the
Matrix
beam
missed
within
the
the
mark.
beam.
We're still experiencing it. Also, you have the pandemic, which coincided with the what you just said about how a more deadly virus or a new variant could spring, and then Zuckerberg comes in like a savior, and is like, "Well, check this out. You guys don't have to worry. You don't even have to leave your home. You can buy. You don't have to go to a store to buy the shoes. You can put this fucking headset on, sit in your pajamas all day, and be dripped out in the metaverse. And if you buy the right NFT, you can be in a chat room with Gunna. You can be in a fucking yacht club with the Paul brothers. or a Thug or Snoop Dogg. Like, that's the other implication of these NFTs. If you have a Bored Ape right now, you have access to everybody's ear famous that bought a fucking Bored Ape, because they're all in a Discord group together. They have private parties together. Eminem, Dave Chappelle, all these dudes. Like, if you're just some rich fucker, or if you're an entrepreneur or somebody that happened to get a Bored Ape, like, they might not hear everything you say, but you are in an elite club with them. So in the same way that, like, how we can DM people and have access to people that we'd never be able to talk to on Instagram, the metaverse is going to, I think, break even more walls down.
I don't want to have to pay for life and internet life.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit gonna get expensive. Like, you mean to tell me I got about J's in real life and in the metaverse?
Yes.
Why can't you just take a picture and upload?
Yep. And
that's mind-boggling.
it is.
Shoes gonna come with like a extra, like you gotta pay an extra $50 to get the metaverse chip so you could get these shoes in the metaverse.
Yo,
too.
what if they, you know how you said like they won't get scuffed or whatever? What if they like have like a thing where, like an Apple Watch or whatever, how many kilometers you walk or miles you walk, like your shoes deteriorate, you got to buy
That'd
new
be
ones.
fucked up. That'd be cheating.
You know what I mean? Like an Edison
that'd be
light bulb.
That'd be cheating.
Yeah, but I could see him doing it eventually. Like, oh, you know, you gotta upgrade. You gotta buy new shoes, because if you just have if you get the fit already, it's never gonna deteriorate. And the basis of capitalism is you gotta keep buying shit because it breaks or it gets dirty or it doesn't work. It could get wild.
Gotta put your own magic on that shit.
Seriously.
100. And if you don't, you gonna lose.
Also, it's like crypto is volatile right now. NFTs are volatile right now. There's somewhere to make money right now. Like, as all of this is getting sorted, people are not going to leave the house.
No, the only reason people going to leave the house would be to eat. So I'm about to get a restaurant.
You hear me?
You don't have to leave, man. Uber Eats.
Oh, fuck that. Everybody don't just
come
trust.
and get the food.
Do y'all niggas trust Uber for real?
Wait, an Uber or Uber Eats?
Uber, period. Who the fuck will just have somebody come pick them up they don't even know?
I mean, millions of people do it every fucking day.
But I'm just talking about when you in your lowest pyramid of time, you fried. Oh shit, let me call somebody come get me. Take me home. Nigga, I ain't never go do no dumbass shit like that.
I mean, would you ever call a cab?
Hell no. I ain't calling nobody to come get me. You hear me? If I can't make it out nowhere, bro, I ain't calling nobody. You hear me? I'm gonna be on my way out.
So it's not if we trust an Uber or not. It's if we trust an Uber if we're fried.
It's just period.
Okay, if it's period, then yes, I do, because they're verified through a company.
I just sound like a city girl.
I don't know if you sound like a city girl. You sound like, I don't know. You sound like somebody who hit the blunt.
Oh, I had in a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
This nigga said- Let me get this straight. You are anti-Uber. Yeah. Right? Because I'm confused.
Turn that shit the fuck up. I'm fragile. And you fucked up. Yo. You just trusting the whole string to get you back home.
Yo, man.
Who the fuck is doing shit?
How long has the taxi service been in?
I'm serious, though. Like, who is trusting you with this? How is this even normal?
Bro, we're over here talking about the metaverse and you're worried about taxis?
Shit. For real, though. Like, you just put yourself in danger for no reason.
No, you didn't, man.
Bro,
hey,
you can grab your own situation.
Go on your phone and pull up statistics that show that Ubers are dangerous.
They are, though.
Show me the evidence.
He's talking about it like it's hitchhiking or something.
I know. Yes.
How I look at it. Like, what did I tell you earlier, Josh? Everybody got their own outlook and their persona on life.
No
so
doubt.
Y'all thinking this shit is normal.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this shit like, no, I would never do that.
Yeah, but you can't fault other people for taking Uber, man. Just because you live a very.
Like, listen.
Pull the mic up. Pull the mic up. Pull the mic up.
Wait a minute, bro. No.
He looked at it like,
playing with me, dog.
duh, Natalie.
Yeah.
Natalie caught an Uber one time.
Yeah.
And she sat in the front seat.
That's weird.
And when she got home, she invited him in the house to watch DVDs, and he slept on her couch.
No. Dude.
Now that's
weird.
Is putting yourself in a fucked up situations.
I agree.
She did that shit. Yep.
Come on. Damn.
Yep. She think it's funny too.
Hey, everybody Since you all want to keep laughing, on everything that's valuable.
Hey.
I need it all.
Yo, call an Uber. Get yourself a ride out of here.
Hey, cuz.
Hey,
You're
cuz.
like Uber drivers?
No, cuz.
No, cuz.
Hey, on 55th.
On 55th Street.
55th.
This shit got so silly. I love it.
On 55th. Crybaby, you order. Hey.
Here, let me tell you Dre's formula. He comes over. He's like, "We're gonna do a good episode. This is gonna be good. I'm gonna fucking hit the
Can you
blunt."
not act like that?
Yeah, we get 40 minutes in. I set all this equipment up. Turn that shit. I'm done talking. Everybody else needs to go home. I'm done. I don't want to hang out anymore. I'm tired and I'm fried. Call me an Uber. Wait, no, fuck Uber.
Josh, get your bitch ass up and take me home. I'll knock your dumb ass out. Bitch.
He said,
And I need another brew, you dumb ass.
you better not ever call no Uber.
What if I did? Like, man, you know what? Josh ain't trying to take me home. I'm gonna go ahead and step up today.
I'm trying to picture you getting in the Uber. You probably gonna be like,
What's up, bro?
you gonna get in the back seat like, looking
This-
around the
This your ride?
So you cool with me just
Yeah.
getting in here?
Yeah.
All right.
So you cool with this, huh?
So you know which way to go. What am I don't know what to do with my hands.
Bro, that's some Dave Chappelle shit right there. Man.
So you're cool with this, huh? You don't know me, bro.
That's exactly how I get in that bitch.
So
Bro,
funny.
you and this motherfucker about to just pick me up and drop me off at home. Bitch, you don't even know what I just did.
You gonna be in the car asking them questions like, so you just do this for a living?
Yeah, you dumbass nigga. Guess what, man? Hey, go grab me a 6-pack,
Hey,
and
guess
then I
what?
gotta go grab these peas for my boy tomorrow.
That's
You
right.
go look at the seat like, how many niggas been back here today?
That's right. All right, yo, we got to get out of here. It's been a super funny episode. Don't take Ubers unless you feel safe. Word of advice from Booby in this new year. Everybody be happy, be safe. We're wishing you a good 2022. You're going to see more from us. This has been Live in the Rec Room. Peace.